Here are some examples of what we can do with a stroke layer effect. Let's look first at the position. So the position can be center, inside, or outside. If you're positioning the stroke on the outside and make the color the same as the color of the type, you can use it to fatten up your type. You can also choose to overprint the stroke color so that it combines with the color of the text itself. And depending on the blending mode that you choose, in this case I'm using multiply, that can create some interesting effects. Without the overprint option, it would look like this. You can apply strokes as patterns, and you can also apply strokes as gradients. In this case, we see that the gradient stroke does not conform to the warping of the type. So this brings up an interesting point. How do we get the gradient stroke to conform to the warp? First of all, let me show you, this is what we're aiming for. And here's how we get it. I'll turn that off, turn back on this version, and I will clear the layer style, removing the stroke. I'm also going to clear the warp. I'll double click on the type, come to my type warp option, and set that to none. So we're back to just our plain text. I'm now going to convert this to a smart object. Right click, convert to smart object. I'll now edit the smart objects by double clicking on the smart object thumbnail, and it's here that I will apply the stroke. Double click to the right of the layer name, stroke. I'm going to apply it to the center using a blend mode of hard light and a gradient of black to white with an angle of 90. Because I've added that stroke, I need to increase my canvas size. So I'll come to the image menu and choose reveal all. I'll now save this. Since I don't see my tabbed bar, I'll press my F key a couple of times so that I do, and then return to my work in progress. And it's here to the smart object that I apply the warping. Command T, click on my warp option, and then I can choose that same warping option, rise, that I had before. So that's how we can make sure that a gradient stroke conforms to any warping applied to the layer.